Hi, this is Alisha. I am checking in with a Tirzepatide update. The channel's been rebranded. I am working on the masterpiece that is the Mona Alisha. I'm hoping to incorporate a lot more into my channel because life is more than losing weight and the number on the scale. So, anyways, thank you for joining me. The delay in my videos is because life has been, well, lifing, and it's chaotic. There was a vehicle car accident. My vehicle is completely damaged. My fully paid off vehicle, not my leased vehicle. So I guess that's better. Nobody was injured, but my heart is broken. My husband's heart is broken. This is the vehicle we raised our children in, and we expected it to be around for at least a few, 3, maybe 5 years as our kids learn to drive in it. That's not going to be the case. So enough of that. My last video, I talked about how my husband was not a big fan of me being on Tirzepatide. I'm continuing to take injections as I mentioned I would. I know that's not something he wants me to do, but he has definitely seen a lot of progress. As a matter of fact, I got a compliment from a coworker I haven't seen since last year. So she just ran into me yesterday. She says I look great. Last time she saw me, I was probably about 25 pounds heavier. So it's really cool when the compliments start rolling in. I do work at a school district in the summer. Nobody is here, so nobody has seen me in quite some time. But anytime I do run into anybody, I'm getting the compliments, which is yay, my favorite part. I know a lot of people are a little nervous about maybe making a comment on somebody's weight loss, and I totally respect and understand that. But from my perspective, I love compliments, so bring them on, baby. I am continuing to do a low dose. I just injected yesterday. I took a couple of day hiatus because of all the stuff that's going on with the vehicle, insurance, and getting another vehicle, and the tears. So it's just I was delayed, and I am the type of person when I am stressed or sad or upset, disappointed, I don't eat. So I don't turn to food for comfort. Food has always comforted me in times of joy. Whenever life is going well, that's when I end up drinking and eating excessively. So that is kind of my thing. So I didn't really need Tirzepatide the last few days because of all of this madness. I started to notice last night as I was trying to go to bed. I did not sleep very well last night at all, but I was tremendously hungry. And that's when I came to the conclusion that I'm probably 9 days past my last injection. So I woke up this morning and I took 3 milligram injection. I am running low on my Tirzepatide, so I have reached out to my doctor for a refill today. Everything should go smooth with that. It's just going to be another expense that I'm not interested in dealing with, but I want to continue on this trend. Last time I checked my weight, which was just a few days ago, I was at 167 pounds, which is like amazing for me. I am so close to getting to my goal of 150 pounds. I cannot believe it. The interesting part is I'm actually starting to freak out a little bit because as I start to lose weight and I get closer to my goal, I'm not actually liking how my body looks. So last week I started to reincorporate the collagen peptide powder mix that I take. I will leave a link in the comments or in the description below. And I started to blend in the creatine again. So I think maybe I missed 1 or 2 days of that last week or this week just because of the chaos with the vehicle. So I also, in addition, did weight training for 3 days last week. Then because life is lifing, I ended up not working out for probably 4 days, and I notice it immediately. It's almost like when I do my weight training, and again, I'm just doing weight training at home. I haven't had time to go to the gym, even though I have a gym membership, which I'm probably going to have to cancel soon due to financial reasons. But when I'm just sitting at home in my bedroom watching TV, that last hour of my day, when I'm just me and my husband, I bust out the weights and I watch my favorite TV show and lift weights. And I am noticing an immediate improvement within 25 minutes of working out. You know, you have to be repetitive. You can't just do it twice a week and expect to see progress, but you can feel it. Like I can feel a difference. So I did the weight training again last night. I felt really good about that. I just think that the collagen and the creatine and the muscle building is where I need to focus, not so much on the number on the scale, which is very interesting to be at that mindset. For my almost my entire life, maybe like the last 30 years, the number on the scale has been really the only thing I've cared about. I never thought about loose skin, just because I was losing weight so slowly. I never ran into that. But now that I am shredding weight, probably 2 to 3 pounds a week, it is noticeable with the skin. And I don't want that, but I know it's going to happen on Tirzepatide. It's just kind of like anytime you take on a weight loss journey where you're losing weight at a rapid rate, you are going to inevitably deal with loose skin, which does suck. But the creatine and the weight training is going to help. I know it. So we'll see how that goes. What else? Food intake, still really struggling with the protein. Again, this week is not a good indicator of my usual behavior because of everything that's going on with my vehicle situation. I've been eating fast food, not enjoying it. I am not a fast food person. I've never had uh, any qualms with, you know, having to keep myself at bay from fast food restaurants. I absolutely hate fast food. I was not raised on fast food, so I don't know what it's like. And I have like this massive guilt because I'm taking my kids to fast food, to Wendy's. We had Dairy Queen, but again, life has just been chaotic the last few days, and it's either that or people don't eat. So today we're going to go ahead and get sushi after work from the local sushi place. Try and eat a little bit healthier. But I do need to go grocery shopping, and I really, really need to figure out how to increase my protein. I enjoy salami, but that's loaded with nitrates. I love jerky, also loaded with nitrates. You know, if you get the right brand, it's not. But those things are not necessarily super healthy. In a pinch, it's good. It's better than going towards carbs. I also do have some Optavia fuelings that I continue to consume. It's interesting with the Optavia fuelings. I used to really enjoy the flavor. I mean, I wouldn't say I really enjoyed it, but I didn't hate it, and now I'm starting to hate it. And it's almost like the less that I consume Optavia fuelings, the less I enjoy the flavor. So I'm having maybe one fueling a day, if any at all. The fuelings are really good because they're packed with at least 10 grams of protein. They're small. They give you at least 100 calories. They have nutrients. They are loaded with good stuff. But again, it is a processed product, and I just need to figure out this whole thing. I am consuming more ground beef, but again, I'm not a big fan of that. I actually had a cheeseburger yesterday. I'm not a cheeseburger person, so I am noticing my food cravings. I wouldn't say cravings, but I'm changing in what I am willing to tolerate, because again, before I would never order a cheeseburger, and yesterday I did willingly, and I didn't finish it, but it hit the spot. So again, I'm also focusing on making sure whatever's in front of me. So unfortunately, when I did go to Dairy Queen, I got that $7 meal that comes with the ice cream, and it comes with the fries. Well, I made sure to eat the burger first and eat a couple of the fries, gave the rest of the fries to my husband, and did not finish the burger. So the goal is to really focus on eating the highest protein item on the plate first. I did not feel very good last night because, again, it's been 2 or 3 days. I've kind of eaten crummy. Um, I did also go out to eat to Jersey Mike's, which was probably a better option because I went with a turkey sandwich and it's more of a cleaner product. So I've got to get better at that. I'm going to the grocery store today, so I'm going to load up on protein. Please leave me a comment if you have any suggestions when it comes to increasing your protein intake. I had my protein shake this morning. That's great. And I did bring some turkey lunch meat to work that I do enjoy. I'll just sit there and nibble on that. And I don't need anything else. I don't need bread or cheese to go with it. I do have some string cheese in the fridge. I'm going to try and figure out how to incorporate the Greek yogurt into my diet, the flavorless Greek yogurt. I enjoy Greek yogurt, but I am really into the coconut Chobani yogurt, but that's loaded with sugar, so I've got to get over that. I was thinking I could throw some coconut shavings into a Greek yogurt with maybe some blueberries and give that a whirl and see if I enjoy that. To me, it's more of a sweet treat, so I'm not really a sweet treat person. I'm really just I like my carbs. I do like cookies, so I like that kind of sweet treats. But I'm working on adjusting my diet, and so this is a perpetual thing. I wanted to circle back to the scale. Again, I'm 167, just over 167 pounds. I should be just on cloud nine about that number in itself because it is quite an accomplishment, but I don't like how it actually looks on my body because of the skin. So everything's kind of got to get caught up, and the weight training's got to happen more often. I'm hoping I can do it almost on a daily basis, because if I'm sitting there watching TV and lifting weights for 20 minutes a day, that's nothing. That's doable, and that's going to make a difference. So I'm going to do that. We kind of coined a term for it. We call it our dailies. My husband will do a few things on a daily basis, just kind of keep his muscles intact. And so we call them our dailies, and it's just something very simple. My dumbbells are probably 20 pounds on each end. So it's a pretty decent amount of weight, and I can adjust it and add extra weight when I need to. What else is going on? I did have the symptom of the upset stomach after having greasy food. It didn't last very long, and I think that's because I am on the lower end of Tirzepatide as far as the injection. I am not increasing this injection beyond 5 milligrams at this point because, again, I only want to lose about 1 to 2 pounds a week. I really want to focus on healthier weight loss and not so much on a speedy weight loss. So it's very bizarre to see such a great number on the scale and not feel fully elated about that. So we'll see. Life has been very stressful, so I know that's impacting the weight loss as well. But today I'm going to push through. I'm going to do my best. I have a little bit more energy today, so we're going to make that happen and make some good choices. Leave me a comment if you have any suggestions on the protein intake. I will follow up in less than 7 days with a new video on my progress, because I am not going to let myself down. So thank you for your time today. I appreciate anyone who watches this video. I hope you're finding this helpful. I know I'm certainly finding this helpful. Have a great day. Bye.